From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, September 30th, 2014. Silver is trading at $17.28 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,208 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $382. Antiwar.com reports the inauguration of new Afghanistan President Ashraf Ghani ends months of uncomfortable bickering over the highly fraudulent presidential vote and also the questions surrounding the continuation of the NATO occupation of the country. Though President Obama had initially set a deadline for a troop deal as of December 31st, 2013, that deadline was missed and then some, with then Afghan President Karzai refusing to budge. New President Ghani, whose rise to power has more to do with a U.S. brokered power-sharing deal than the election itself, will sign a deal today. The deal will keep roughly 12,500 NATO troops, 10,000 of them Americans, occupying Afghanistan through 2014 and beyond, under terms U.S. officials found favorable. NATO has made a big deal about the war ending at the end of this year, though there doesn't appear to be a significant transition planned between now and January, and the war as it presently exists seems set to continue more or less forever. You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and Numery supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. That's fans.fppradio.com. Reuters reports U.S. bankruptcy judge Stephen Rhodes ruled on Monday that Detroit can continue shutting off water service to non-paying customers, saying his court does not have the jurisdiction over the issue and that suspending disconnections for 6 months could hurt the city's finances. The judge said Detroit cannot afford any revenue slippages before resuming his ongoing hearing on Detroit's plan to exit the biggest ever municipal bankruptcy. He said there was a strong correlation between disconnections and the city's collection of delinquent bills. Detroit's bankruptcy plan includes a $4.5 million water affordability fund and a cap on rate increases. It also creates a regional water authority, which Rhodes said could be put in jeopardy by a revenue drop from unpaid bills. Residents and political activists have asked Rhodes for a 6-month restraining order against the shutoffs. Last week, during a break in the bankruptcy hearing, Rhodes heard arguments about the financial and social impacts of cutting off the water of hundreds of homes each day. There had been questions over whether or not the judge could issue an order since his role is to decide if Detroit's bankruptcy plan is fair and feasible, not to oversee city operations. On Monday, he said the bankruptcy code does not allow a federal court to interfere with the choices a municipality makes in services it will provide. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Roberts & Roberts Brokerage. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They now take Bitcoin for purchasing precious metals so you can turn your profits into a long-term investment. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing. 800-874-9760. The Associated Press reports traffic at Chicago's two busiest airports was slowly returning to more normal levels 3 days after a fire at a regional air traffic control center disrupted much of the nation's air travel system. The FAA had temporarily assigned other controllers to oversee the airspace normally covered by the crippled suburban facility, but full service may not be restored for 2 weeks. A closer look at some key details surrounding the many delays and cancellations includes that since Friday morning, more than 3,700 flights have been canceled at O'Hare and Midway airports, the second and 21st largest airports by passenger volume. United Airlines and its regional partners canceled 1,579 flights. American Airlines and its regional carriers canceled 1,415 flights. Southwest Airlines canceled 601 flights, and Delta had canceled 46. The vast majority of the canceled flights were on regional partner airlines. The FAA said on Monday that the takeoff and landing rate at O'Hare was at 80% of the same time from last week, while Midway was at more than 90% from the same time last week. Luckily for the airlines and passengers, the area has experienced mostly calm weather with no severe thunderstorms that could further slow flights. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.